Yo, what's going on? So it's been a little while since I kind of gave you guys a little update. I kind of switched up my strategy, and in the meantime, I've just been playing some Diablo 3. I got the Paragon 700, and then I've been playing Diablo 2 Resurrected. I finally got my Sorceress to hell, but I need to farm a little more because, well, I'm stuck in Act 1. But anyway, so I came back to Path of Exile, and I kind of changed my whole perspective, for the most part, on just my overall opinion on the league. In the beginning, I was just a blatant hater. I didn't really care for the league. I was kind of bashing it whenever this league kind of came up in discussion. And I kind of changed all of that simply over a few changes that I made on to my Atlas tree. Now, this is the tree altogether. I know a lot of people have been talking about loot, and I just want to make one thing clear. The majority of people who are complaining about getting less loot than they were before are also probably the same people. This is a hot take. This is also probably the same people that aren't meta juicing as well. Now, I would say 90% of the people were never meta juicing. Maybe they did one league before, or they did a couple leagues in the past, but they were never frequent when it came to that point in time in any given league, right? Now, I'm sure there's also others who were meta juicing, aka Beyond and Alva specifically, and that's a whole nother story with, Delirium farming and all that stuff. There's a couple workarounds you could do for Delirium, but I'm not going to be focusing on that today. Basically, you just buy full compasses, whatever, that have Delirium bars, fill faster, and just gives you more Delirium bars in general, right? That's kind of the workaround. Anywho, so the strategy that I'm doing is basically just out and going. I corrupt my maps. You don't have to, but I'm basically just abusing. It's not even abuse. It's just a common juice that you can add to all of your maps. But I'm just using the Eater of Worlds, altars. That's basically all it is, altar spamming, right? You want to build up quant. It's the typical cookie cutter shit, right? Block all mechanics, strong boxes, shrines. That's pretty much it. You want to do singular focus, for more map sustain. I'm doing a toll and mud geyser. Just because there are some points, like 0.5 chance for map drops to be duplicated. I think there are other maps. Additional connected maps. So if we just take a quick look, I have everything a toll except one, right? The reason for that is because if I also have a chance to drop connected maps, it's going to, god damn it, it's going to be Mud Geyser, right? So I'll get a whole bunch of Mud Geysers, even though I only have one selected spot. Because I have it socketed, I have a 200% increased chance for that, and for whatever points I have allocated that also increase the multiplier of dropping connected maps, right? So I have 1 point Mud Geyser, but the main one is Atoll. And Atoll's right here, Mud Geyser's right here. I have 4 selections, or I've got 4 options. This one's the best layout. Cells obviously sucks. Crimson Township sucks. And Defied Cathedral, actually, if I remember correctly, it's not too bad. I would either put Defiled or Mud. Either one, you really can't go wrong. But primarily Atoll, just because it's a circle. You always go right. You always want to clear the boss first. So any altar that pops up after the boss, I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to showcase a quick run for you guys in a second. But you just want to kill the boss as fast as possible, so no more map a boss mods appear on the altars, because 9 times out of 10 they're trash. There's only one that I kind of like, and that's map boss drops X amount of basic currency. So yeah, we just block as many mechanics as possible. Juice, shrines, strong boxes. I actually got a strong box today that dropped 2 divines. First time ever. Blows my mind. I pretty much haven't unallocated the shrines and strong boxes since the beginning of the league. So that's a first. Probably never happen again. Anyway, the only slight changes that I kind of made is 10% chance to award double progress towards the Eater of Worlds. That's great. 30% increased chance of finding the Eater of Worlds altar. Duplication and 50% increase effective upside from Eldritch Altars. Now, I don't really know exactly what this does. I just know it's a benefit. Yeah, so I select all these, select these two. I don't really care. I just sell the invitation. So every 28 maps, it's basically 110 chaos. I just sell them. Don't even care. Map quant. And that's pretty much it. The only other thing that I added, the Trial of Glory. Labyrinth trials in your maps have 20% chance to award an improved offering of the goddess. Okay. Now, these sell for about 40 a pop. Now, obviously, 20%. There's no guaranteed way to just infinitely roll trials on every single map. So it's kind of a give and take. But my very first trial, of course, was an improved offering, right? So that was really cool. Second one I ran, it was a quarter chaos. It was just a regular offering. So that was kind of a dud. But anyway, that's basically the strat. That's the tree. I just got some map quant. Map sustain. Do I really need it? I don't know. Is it a placebo effect? Probably, but I just have them just because. Now, I'm just doing, so I have some mud geysers right here. I don't really have a lot of currency right now because I was experimenting with a couple other strategies. I probably blew a couple divines just setting up some strategies. I don't really like them. My character's not strong enough to really do like deli farming and shit, so that's completely fine. I finally upgraded my chest piece. I finally got the Skin of the Loyal, +2 level of socketed minion gems. Now, for the longest time, I would say for like 3 to 5 days, there wasn't one Skin of the Loyal with 3 red, 1 green, 2 1 green, 2 blue. Like, there was just none. I even had a live search that was going on for multiple days straight, and I got 1 ding, I think. Yeah, I got 1 ding and it was gone. I was at work, came home. It was happening when I was at work. It was sold, whatever. But after my little break for a few days, and I was playing some D3 and Diablo 2 and Last Epoch and everything, I came back and I was like, shit, you know, I got 17 divines in my stash. Let me just search, you know, what the hell, why not? And they actually had 2 on the market. One was 20 divines, one was 17. And it was funny because instead of just dumping 17 divines right away, I kind of waited, right? And after about 2 hours, every hour, the seller was dropping it 1 divine, 1 divine, 1 divine. I hit 15, I bought it, then I blew 2 divines on this ring right here, which is pretty nutty. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm just saving about 7-8 divines to get a tier 1 elevated Crusader craft. Basically 32 or 31 to 35% chance of explosion. Basically an explodey chest on my AG. That's kind of the next goal. It's going to help so much for clearing. I don't really care about consecrated ground, even though I know it's going to be nice for just minion survivability. Don't really care. And I don't really care if it has apply an additional curse, because I already have the Wind Screamer boots, which you can apply an additional curse. So my AG already applies vulnerability on hit, and yeah, I technically could just swap in Poacher's Mark or any other beneficial mark or curse, technically. So I don't know why I haven't done that. Maybe I'll do it after this video. But anyway, so that's basically the thing, right? Got a new ring, got a new chest piece, and I'm using altars. Now, a lot of people have been complaining that they just don't get loot. Now, every run is kind of a hit or miss. So as you can see, I'm at 22 out of 28. Boom. Actually, theoretically, I should be doing Fortune Favors the Brave for 3C just to get that extra quant and everything from the tree. So if you look right here, 10% increased quant, rarity, pack size, maps found, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I'm just going to run it. So yeah, it's kind of rippy. There are times where I'll just run into some bullshit and I'll just get like one tapped. But overall, my survivability has been pretty decent. I do need to change a couple gems, like alternate quality gems and shit. So I'll probably do that soon. But, yeah, just run around. What do I have? Temporal Chain? Or Elemental Weakness? Why does this seem so slow? I will say, coming from D3, hell, even D2 Resurrected, and using, like, teleport and everything, and just or just playing a satyr is insane. It's so fast compared to this shit. Okay, so map currency, additional divination card. I'm actually going to go with the boss just because I rather go for the map currency. So for those of you that don't know, map currency is essentially like Orb of Unmaking, Alchemy, Chisels, shit like that. Map drop, Slain, 3%. I'll do the Scarab. Now, typically, I like to go for just raw percentage, right? So, like 2.5, 3, 4, 1.8. Whether it's divination cards, scarabs, currency, basic currency, map currency. Oh, shit. I got stuck. Or influence currency, which is like the Eldritch currency, which you get either from the Eater or the Searing. So, it's a little slow because I'm a goddamn necromancer, and you really don't get much speed when you're a necro. 4 additional gems, divination cards. Okay, you see all these altars. Now this is actually a great showcase because this is what I wanted to happen. Sometimes you'll get 1 to 2 altars. Other times they'll just bing, 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 just back and forth, like just nonstop. You'll get 6 to 8 altars. Final boss. You see how the boss keeps popping up? That's the only problem with the Mud Geyser when shit like this happens. Because a toll, you can run straight to the boss. Mud Geyser is almost guaranteed every time on the opposite end of the map. Okay, so that's Rippy right there. 100% Rip. I gotta be careful. Yeah, see, god damn it. It's a great showcase and a bad showcase at the same time. This is what can possibly happen. But I've been running this strat pretty much all day for the most part, and I've gained 3 levels, almost 4. I'm just trying to hit 90. I don't mind dying if I just leveled up. But when I'm halfway to, like, almost there, I hate dying. Irks the hell out of me. I think the boss should be, like, right around here, actually. Okay. Grab this shit. Simple. The boss should be right around... Actually, I think that's him. Is it? Yeah. Okay. As you can see, I got the vulnerability from my AG. Boom. Oh, yeah, and Awakened Sextants. So you can use Awakened Sextants just for a little additional juice. Basically, they're self-sustained. You don't have to buy them. They're about 2C a pop if you just want to get a couple under your belt, but you really don't have to worry about it because, again, with the altars and all the benefits that you get, they just drop like candy. You don't even have to worry about it, which is a nice plus. So I'm just going to come over here, clear this corner of the map out. Okay. But yeah, Mud Geyser's a little weird just because you kind of have to just walk around the lake or the pond in the center, kill the boss, and then you have to backtrack a little. Sometimes you can just kind of ping pong your way, zigzag your way over, and then just get to the boss when you do, which is completely fine as well. So basically what will happen is I will have an abundance of atoll maps. I'll run my atoll maps. Then when I run out of those, I'll have an abundance of mud maps. Then I'll run all my mud maps. And then I'll get my atoll maps back. So I just literally go back and forth, okay, I'll take that. I will, actually, how much is that right now? 2.5. Okay, fair enough. Okay, there's 1 monster left. Okay, nothing. I will take that. Just run through this shit. I will say having level 28 golems now is a huge plus. Like, the clear speed is almost similar to what it was before, but I could just tell it's like a little bit faster. Trust me, like when you get a decent improvement, a couple gem levels, you can notice the change. It's not perfect now, but hopefully my goal is to hit at least level 29, maybe 30. We'll see if that's possible. Basic currency, divination. Yep. I'm gonna grab that. So now, because I was kind of a high percentage, I think, what was that, like a 4.5, 4.9? So you should see some more basic currency just drop. There's an atoll map, alchemy. Basically, my chisels are self-sustained and my alchemies are self-sustained. The only thing that I'm running low on right now is vow orbs, just because I'm choosing to. Oh god damn it! I'm just choosing to vow my shit. You don't have to vow, but I just want to do it for the extra risk / reward. It's not needed. It's actually probably a lot safer if you don't, but whatever. I live life on the edge. Goddamn caustic ground. And wow, that motherfucker's a little strong. Alright, there we go. And he dropped a whole bunch of trash. Love to see it. So this map is almost done. Now, excluding the Enlighten, so basically you won't really get big drops. 50 monsters left. I don't really care. So you won't really get big drops like that, right? Like, that's not the goal. The overall goal is to get a whole bunch of... Wow, I didn't actually get any of that map. It's kind of lame. You'll get a whole bunch of currency in the sense of influenced currency. You'll get a lot of lesser... it's kind of weird that I get searing currency because I'm not spec'd into it, but you'll get some. I got a... whatever this one is. Grand... whatever the final tier is. I've gotten 2 of the searing and I've gotten 1... I got 1 searing and 2 of the eaters, which is weird because, again, I'm not expecting to searing at all. But yeah, you'll get a whole bunch of chisels. I've self-sustained chisels. You'll get a whole bunch of unmaking orbs. You'll get a whole bunch of Orb of Horizons, a shit ton of sextants. I've sold about like 3, I'd say 2 to 3 30 stacks pretty much just today, which is insane. You get a whole bunch of fusings, surprisingly, because they usually drop in stacks of like 3 to 5, sometimes 6, which is nice. You'll get some instilling, you'll get some enkindling orbs. What else? You'll get some alterations. You can just sell those. Basically, here's another tip too for people that they have a whole bunch of liquidable currency in their stash, but then they always wonder why they don't have currency, right? They don't have chaos, they don't have divines, whatever, RIP Exalts. So you just need a trade tool. I use POE trade, so I just hold control, or I hold alt and then click D, and then it just automatically brings up the average price, right? So 62C for 443 alterations. Now, how would you sell in bulk? Real simple, right? So if I just put this on public real quick, it says 12.5 for 8. I'm going to ignore the 0.5. Exact price. I want 12C 4/4 8 of my sextants, right? I want 12C for 8 of them, okay? That's literally how you bulk sell. And if you ever want to just check the current price, what are they going for? Okay, they went up 2.94. They're 176. They were about 173, 175 earlier. That's nice to know. And just so forth. Lastly, I want to see if this comes up. So this is Exilence, right? Exilence Next is a fantastic add-on. There's only 2 tools, technically 3 with POB, Path of Building, but really excluding that, there's only 2 tools that you really need. Awaken trade, Awaken POE trade, and POE trade, right? You can just Google both of them. They're both safe. But what Exilence does is enrich my pockets. So once you set up your account and everything, on the website, it'll tell you step by step on how to set everything up. You select Calandra, stash tabs, right? All of your tabs that you want, right? Now, the only thing that you kind of want to take note is items. Uniques are better, but typically items in general can be a little wonky, and nothing here is completely accurate. Like earlier, for example, it was saying that an awakened orb or an awakened sextant was like half a chaos, which is completely bullshit. They're 2C. So sometimes it could be a little weird, but it's a nice ballpark ratio when it comes to like how much shit is valued in your stashes, select stashes, right? So I have currency and I have fragments. Okay, cool. Save profile. Come over here, take snapshot. And as you're going to see, this is going to update, right? So from the last time I did it, and you can set it for like every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, you can actually get pretty creative with this. Plus 300C, right? Obviously, Divine Orb is going to be the big one. I got 1 Divine Orb. I got 74C. Alterations, 63. Chromatic Orbs, 48. Fusings, 44. Boom, 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 boom. So, besides the 1 Divine, I essentially, technically speaking, if I'm able to liquefy all of this, I have about 12, I'd say 10 to 12 Divines just sitting, chilling in liquid currency that I'm never probably going to use. Orb of Horizons, don't use. Lesser Eldritch Ichor, never going to use. Stack decks, I might open for fun. I use these. Orb of Fusings, don't care. Chromatics, don't care. Orb of Alterations, don't care. Divine Vessels, all of this shit you can sell, right? All of it, just like what I showed you, how to bulk sell. That's all you got to do, right? So that's a really cool tip. But long story short, that's basically it. I'm just using altars, strongboxes, shrines, trials of ascendancy, and just quant on the tree. You can get creative. You can get creative with some other, shit that you want to spec into. I only have like 114 out of like 135 Atlas points, so you technically can, if you want to spec into, Expedition, Blight, anything else, Betrayal, Bestiary, anything else you want to spec into, you're more than welcome, and it'll probably just help overall returns. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give a quick update, / this is my new strat. It's brain dead, out and go, true form of out and go. There's zero investment, and yeah, excluding the enlightened and everything that I just got, it's the same thing as essences. The reason why I got sick of the essences is just because I was sick of farming strand over and over and over, and I just wanted to increase my intake of popcorn or my bubblegum currency, right? It's just more shit to sell and just kind of switch it up, because doing essences for like 4 days straight, you start to question like what's your existence, like what are you really doing in this game, right? So it's just nice experimenting, typical shit. But anyway, without this video getting too long, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I have no closure. I'm Rare 6. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.